Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. I am Dave. And this is where ham radio comes to life. Today, we're going to do a quick video on flashing the firmware on a meshtastic Heltec V3. Last night, we had our club meeting, Nixa Amateur Radio Club. We had a demonstration on the meshtastic. Clayton came up. His channel is Disaster Communications on YouTube. You want to see some of his videos on that stuff? Go check out his YouTube channel. Give him a like. Give him a subscribe. I know he'd greatly appreciate it. But he put on a great presentation last night about meshtastic. And so I figured today, since I'm building some meshtastic nodes myself, I would do a quick video on doing the flashing of the firmware to a Heltec V3. All right, everybody. As you can see here, this is a Heltec V3 board. I've already connected the antenna to it. You definitely want to make sure before you do connect any power to the Heltec V3 board that you want to have an antenna connected to it. This is the external one that'll be set up on this node when I get done. I can show you there is actually, that comes in the kit, an external antenna that you can use that you can put inside the 3D cases that you print for it or buy for it. I personally am printing my own cases so I can print them in the color I want them in. Hopefully, eventually, I can start designing some cases for it. I just got to get some time from work done to where I'm not working most of the time and get some time to actually do some stuff around the house. But I figured I'd get this video done quickly today. Like I said, make sure your antenna is connected before you put power to it. I will tell you, as soon as this powered this up, you'll see that I have already flashed this once before, but I'm going to go ahead and reflash it today so I can show everybody how to flash these boards using the Meshtastic Flasher page. It's flasher.meshtastic.org. I will have links down in the descriptions on this video. Also, you need to use a Chromium-based browser for this, which will be either Chrome, Edge, and I believe Opera is a Chromium-based kernel. Don't do much with Opera, so I'm not completely sure. I don't do Mac stuff, so I'll be using Edge today. Also, once I power this up, I will show you how it pops up in Device Manager so you can find the COM port that your device shows up on. I already have the drivers in there. If you don't have the drivers for this stuff, you will need to download the drivers from Meshtastic, or go to meshtastic.org. We'll have the links to where you can get the drivers at. Sorry about that. And I'll have links to meshtastic.org and all that stuff in the comments down below. So let's get busy on this. As you can see, well, let me go back to this screen. Sorry about that. It's not powered up. And when we plug the cable in, you'll see the power come up. But I want to show you something first. In this, we'll open up the COM ports. And I hope you can see that on the screen. But as you can see, there's only 2 COM ports showing up in the Meshtastic device. Now I'm going to put power to it, and you'll see another COM port show up. And as you see, now they're showing up, if you can see that, and I hope you can, it's showing up as COM3. Now, when we go to the Meshtastic site, you'll see where that over here where this is, you will select your target device. And we are, well, they've added some more supported devices, it looks like, since the last time I was in here. But we are flashing the Heltec version 3. Once you select that device, as you can see, it shows that board with everything on it. Then you go over here to select your firmware. Now, the alpha is, like they say, it's the unstable. So if you're real good at computer stuff, real good at command line stuff, and more of an advanced user in Meshtastic, then you might want to check out Alpha, because you might have to do some command line stuff to get stuff working properly, is what I've been told. I have not played with this yet. I'm still learning, so I stuck with the stable version. And once you select that, you come over here and you select Flash. You'll get this pop up. And as you can see, it gives you all the information about that version of the firmware. You can read through that if you want. Click continue. And the device is plugged in, as you saw it pop up on that with USB 3. And you come down here, Flash firmware. You want to select full erase and install. Now, once I click this, there'll be another box that'll pop up in here in my browser that you won't see on the screen, where I'll select that COM3 device as the device I'm wanting to flash. And I believe that's probably why you have to use a Chromium-based kernel, because it will let you make serial connections. And that's what it's going to say. It wants to make a serial connection to it. So I will come up here and I will find the COM3, and it says paired. I'll select that, and then I'll click connect. And as you can see, it's starting to flash the firmware. It's erasing the flash, so it's erasing everything that's on the board. And this could take, I think it's about 2 minutes is what it took last time to do. So it takes a little bit, but everything down there in that box down there, when that's done, you'll know. So we'll let that go. And then, yeah, like I said, I will be doing other videos on this. Bear with me. I'm new to meshtastic, so I'm still learning this as well. Once I get ready to do my solar node, I'm kind of excited about that, to get that up outside to help start building the nodes with. And then after the presentation we had last night, I think people are kind of excited for it, because the thing that's nice about meshtastic is your cell service goes down, the internet goes down. It is still a type of emergency communication to where you can still text. Like if you go over to disaster communications channels, Clayton's channel, he'll tell you this shouldn't be your primary. And I agree, it should not be your primary, but it is definitely a nice emergency. Or if you're going out and say the emergency communications, you're going out and you're doing communications out there, and you got a bunch of people out there with the GPS on it. Not only can they communicate back and forth with this, it's got a GPS tracking that you'll be able to get a location of them, because you can set the GPS and be able to track it. And then he was talking about ATAC, which is an app on Android that I will be looking into more, because there's a lot more you can do with it. Right now, I'm just using the meshtastic app, and now it's flashing the OTA partition. That's almost done, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to the other screen. That way, when it's done and it reboots, you'll actually see the Heltec board reboot, come back up, and the flashing will be done. And then after that, I will get set up to show you the app, to how to set this up, because you got to set it for the US version, US region, so it's on the correct radio waves. And US uses the 900 to 930 megahertz is where this is transmitting on. As you can see there, might be a little hard to read, but it's coming up telling you that it's been flashed. Go to meshtastic, and it also told you to set the region on it. That's where you're getting that. It's telling you to set the correct region on it. So we will come back in a few minutes, and well, not a few minutes. We'll come back here in a second after I get the app set up on the phone, and we'll show you how to set the region on the meshtastic. And like I said, this is just going to be a quick video today. We'll do more in-depth videos as I get to learning more about this. I just wanted to show everybody how to do the flash on it, because I know there's some guys out there that are going to want to build their own. All right, give me a second, and we'll get over to the app and set this up properly. Let's get over here on show you the app. Hopefully you can see my phone all right. I really hope so. As it's going dark on me. Now let's bring this back up. Now what we need to do here is we need to find the device on my phone. And there it shows up as meshtastic. (9A90) shows there's meshtastic 9A90. That's the device we need to connect to. Now, when I hit pair to that, as you see, well, hopefully you can see that. It gives me a pairing code that I need to add into my phone. And that is 282751. We'll hit pair. Now, there it goes. Now we've paired to the phone. So now, as you can see, I'm connected to my actual device right now. See if we can get that to focus. Hopefully you can see that. But I'm going to go tap on that device. And now we've connected to it. And as you can see, it says unset there. So we go to that spot there. And we select United States. And that's all you need to do to actually flash the firmware. Like I said, I will have, there's comments below to go to meshtastic.org. I'll have down below, I'll also have it to the actual flasher page. And hopefully you enjoyed this. Like I said, this is just to show the flash part of it. There's a lot of good documentation on the Meshtastic site for doing this stuff. And we'll do more as I start getting into setting up private channels and stuff. I'll do some more videos on that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. They'll get better. I know it wasn't the greatest video, but they'll get better as I go along. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you'd like to see. When you leave your comments down below, I'll take the good, the bad, the ugly, as long as it's constructive criticism. I appreciate it. 73 all. And once again, thanks for stopping by. KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. This is where ham radio comes to life. And we can all learn this ham radio stuff together.